Chaos Rising might already be one of the craziest Pokémon sets we've seen in years. These are currently the top 15 most valuable cards in the entire set, and the prices at the top are already getting ridiculous. We're starting with the cheapest card and working all the way up to the biggest chase card in Chaos Rising. At number 15, we have Chespin sitting at around $8. This card isn't expensive because of rarity, it's the artwork collectors love. Cards like this usually become sleeper collectibles over time, especially in heavily open sets. At number 14, Surfing Beach is currently sitting around $9. Trainer and scenic cards always build quiet demand over time, especially when the artwork feels this relaxing and nostalgic. At number 13, Special Red Card is sitting around $11. This one already feels like a card competitive players and collectors both want, and those combinations usually age very well. At number 12, Ampharos is sitting around $17. And honestly, people underestimate how strong nostalgia Pokémon perform long-term, especially when the artwork stands out this much. At number 11, Xerneas is currently around $19. Legendary Pokémon always carry collector attention, and cards with darker artwork like this usually become fan favorites fast. Now things start getting more serious. At number 10, Fragadia is already over $20, and this is where the Gen 6 nostalgia starts kicking in hard. Collectors love complete evolution lines, and that becomes very important later in this list. At number 9, Froakie is sitting around $25, which honestly feels low considering how popular Greninja is. This card already feels like an easy long-term hold for collectors. At number 8, this version of Mega Greninja X is already over $36, and this is basically the cheaper entry point into the biggest chase Pokémon in the set. That alone creates demand. At number 7, Roxy's performance is sitting around $44. Trainer collectors are already targeting this card heavily, and supporter cards with standout artwork usually become much harder to find over time. At number 6, Aziz Tranquility is also sitting around $44. This feels like one of those emotional artwork cards collectors slowly fall in love with. And honestly, those cards usually age extremely well. Now we're entering the real chase cards. At number 5, Mega Floette X is already sitting around $60. Low pull rates and unique artwork are pushing this card higher very quickly, and this still feels early. At number 4, Mega Dragalge X is already pushing $70. Special illustration rares in this set are becoming incredibly difficult to pull consistently, and collectors are noticing. At number 3, Chinchino X is somehow already over $90, which might actually be the biggest surprise in the entire set. This card exploded because collectors completely fell in love with the artwork, and demand keeps getting stronger. At number 2, the Gold Mega Greninja X is already over $300, and this is where the pull rates become absolutely insane. The Mega Hyper Rare is currently estimated at roughly 1 in 1,100 packs. That's not rare, that's basically lottery odds, and that level of rarity creates obsession. But at number 1, we have the biggest card in Chaos Rising right now, Mega Greninja X, currently sitting around $400, and the set barely even exists yet. This card has everything collectors chase: low pull rates, massive Pokémon popularity, beautiful artwork, and real long-term grail potential. Honestly, if Chaos Rising keeps this momentum, these prices might eventually look cheap. The pull rates are brutal, the demand is already here, and collectors are clearly treating this set like a serious chase product. Chaos Rising is definitely a set worth watching closely. If you're serious about Pokémon collecting, subscribe to TCG Radar.